Let's talk about what it's like to have a child, okay? So you have a baby, the child pops out, infant comes into the world. I'm just gonna be honest, infants are miserable little creatures. And frankly, useless. I'll just be honest. I'm just being honest. You can't handle this? Like, I'll just be honest. Like, they are useless. They don't do anything other than just be very, very cute. That's it. I mean, if they weren't cute, why would we even? It's frankly what keeps them alive, is they're cute and they're little, but they can't do anything for themselves. They occupy at least one other human being, rendering them, basically their whole purpose in life is just make sure the kid doesn't die. Just make sure they have food, and make sure if we don't like their cough, we'll get them some help, get them some medicine, they just drive the world crazy. I mean, wake up at 2 a.m. just, and I don't know what to do. You do know, some children, if you've never gotten up with a child before, you go get up, sometimes they're just crying because they're bored at 2 a.m. It's like, shut up. Like, grow up. Would you grow up a little bit? And, but those are babies. And eventually, they start to mature a little bit and they get to where they can walk on their own, thank God. Most moms have scoliosis, and because they're just like this and like one massive bicep. And then eventually, they start to walk on their own and do some of their own things, and we have to start to train them. The challenge in training is that their brains have not evolved to understand abstract things, so they can't really understand the why, so we just have to get compliance. That's it. I just need you to do the right thing because the consequences are bad. And so okay, don't stick your finger in the light socket, don't go with strangers, don't run out in the street. And I can't fully explain why, because you can't comprehend the depths of the consequence. So I just have to try to manipulate your behavior and bribe you if I have to. So, we'll be like, listen, I'm gonna get you to do what I want you to do, okay? If you'll be quiet in Costco, this is what we do. Listen, if you'll stop biting kids and one kids, give you a dum-dum, all right? I got a dum-dum for you if you'll do the thing I want you to do. And so we just, we're trying to figure out what do they like, and we give them what they like. And we've all in here, we've all bribed a kid, okay? You're judging me right now, okay? You're 11:30 service. You're not supposed to be judging people, okay? We've all bribed a child with something. Okay, we'll take you to Dairy Queen. If you just shut up, I'll give you a donut. All right, just watch my phone if you know. Okay. So we do rewards just to get compliance. Eventually, what we have to do is develop a deeper understanding of character. We do want them to understand right from wrong, good and bad, but we're teaching them, we're training them. Eventually, they have to buy into that on their own. They have to be able to come to those conclusions and own that. But until they own it, so we rewards, and then we've got, this is a blankie, And so we help the child emotionally bond with their blankie so that when we're in a tight spot, we can threaten them with taking it away. It's like, Like, you want me to take it away? Put them to bed, they're making noise, you go in, you're like, I'll take your blankie away. Be quiet right now. Stop getting out of bed. I will kill your teddy bear. No. I'm kidding. I wouldn't have even thought of that if my wife hadn't done it. Kidding. Woo. This is what we do. This is what we do, right? We take away blankies and we offer dum-dums and we try to get compliance, and in the meantime, we try to instill values and behavior and raise decent human beings. Well, here's what gets real scary as they become teenagers. he says, take the wheel. Now they're teenagers. Okay, when they're teenagers, they have developed an abstract brain to be able to kind of understand the abstract, but also they're not mature enough to fully, really process the depths of the consequence. So we're in this really weird zone. So now we got to actually get bigger dum-dums. And we have to find out whatever they are attached to and threaten them with that. Because here's the thing. I mean, in all honesty, it's one thing you make a mistake as a little kid. That's not that hard to clean up. Most of those mistakes. But when I hand keys to a 16-year-old, right? Now I'm like, okay, if you don't understand values, character, and consequences, really, I know cognitively you understand death, but if you understand the anguish that comes with irresponsible driving could end your life or could kill somebody else. And so we go, listen, if I ever see you behind that wheel doing that thing, I will, and we figure out what they love and value and we threaten. I mean, our threats get bigger. Because we understand, if you're 17, so you probably could find a way to get to opiates. You could probably get them if you get curious about opiates and you go and you start doing that stuff because you're curious or you're peer pressure and you give into it, that stuff can hook you and you have no idea the depth of how it will rob you. It will take you to a place you don't want to go, and it will keep you longer than you want to be there, and it will rob you of your life. And so we know that. They don't necessarily fully grasp it. And so we're like, this is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs, and any questions, and we try to go, oh, it's just so bad, so bad. And so if you do good, I'll give you one of these, and if you do bad, I'm gonna take this away. And so this is how we do parenting. By the way, this is how many people, if not most people, do their relationship with God. Many people, most people, never graduate about a 6-year-old with God. I mean, I'll give you what I want. I'll give you what you want if you give me what I want. Oh, I must have broke the amen button. I mean, and we get into this stuff, and by the way, again, principles are true. We understand character. We understand cause and effect. We understand how this works. But when all of our teaching around giving is, well, if you give, then God will give you more. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. You won't even be able to handle all the blessing. You can't imagine how big of a dum-dum God will hook you up with. If you just give him your little sucker, and he'll give you a big old dum-dum, and we're like, oh, okay. And then, but what happens though? What happens if I shut up in Costco and God doesn't give me my dum-dum? I know people live like this because I have the conversations incessantly, nonstop, with people like, I don't know if I even believe in God anymore. I don't know if I want to follow him anymore. I'm not even going to go to church anymore. I'm walking away. Why? Well, because I shut up in Costco and he never gave me my dum-dum. I quit biting people and he still took my blanket away. He took away the thing I really wanted, the thing I really valued, the thing I really cared about, and the thing I'd really been going for. And I trusted him, and I did the stuff he wanted me to do. I gave him what he wanted. He didn't give me what I wanted. We stay here. It's an immature mindset. Grow past it.